Hello everyone, it's Steve. Pages is a great simplistic app that gets the job done and also can be shared through all of your iOS devices. We're not going to go into too much detail, it's just going to be the basic stuff that you need to know and a few things that may have eluded you because they're a little bit hidden away. Open up Pages and we'll get on to the basics. Once you open up the app, hit Create Document. Pages offers you a whole range of templates for a bunch of different uses. So all you have to do is fill in the text and you can have a really attractive presentation or flyer or even an envelope. Templates help you create a professional looking product with minimal work. You can scroll through them just like we are now, or you can go up to the top and hit Show Categories if you're looking for something specific. Hit Show All, it'll take you back. And we're going to go to blank, just a regular portrait blank document. What I like to do first to keep organized is to straight away get out of the document, and then if you tap on the title blank, you'll be able to change the title of the document. That way you don't have to do it later, you won't forget, it's all just done. Just above the keyboard you have the main tools. This is new to iOS 7. So the most common stuff you'll be using is actually right there above the keyboard for you. So you can change your text. Let's change the text to Arial, I quite like that one. The lowercase a will make the text smaller, whereas the uppercase A will make the text larger. The number in the middle is the font size, and if you tap on that, you can jump big amounts. You've got your bold, italics, and underline. Next to that, you have your alignments. Besides that, you have your plus symbol, which can add in things such as comments, page breaks, line breaks, column breaks, and footnotes. Now up the top is a little area that people tend to find confusing. People don't always understand this place. And the first one is a paintbrush. This one helps you customize the text and document. It's going to give you 3 tabs: Style, List, and Layout. We're on List right now. This is where you can find bullets, and lettering and numbering, and all that sort of stuff. A couple of people have actually come up to me and said, I don't like Pages. And I said, why not? And they said, because you can't even bullet point. On Word, I can bullet point. I said, you absolutely can. So you hit the paintbrush, you go to lists, and you've got bullets right there. You even have the option for bullet big. You can also letter and number. You can do whatever you want in Pages. You really can do everything you need to do for work here. In Layout, you can add your columns, and below it you can put line spacing. So if you need double-spaced lines, all you need to do is go to 1.5 or 2, depending on what you're looking for. I'm going to put it on 1.5. If we go to Style, at the top of the list it says 12 PT Arial. This is the text size and font, and people thought it was just that. But if you go in there, you're going to find one more thing. Color. So if you go in there, you're going to get a whole range of colors that you can pick from, and you can change your text to any one of these. Pages does have an option for highlighting. However, changing the color of text can be just as effective, if not a tiny bit more sometimes. So it's a really good tool. If you flip the screen vertically, you can actually see more of the text at the same time as typing. So that's a good way to do it too if your cover allows you to hold it that way. Now if you select the text, you can actually hit highlight, just like in iBooks. However, this one straight away puts you to a note. So if you have a loose document, let's say a student sent you a Pages document rather than a Word document, you can mark it directly in Pages. Now tap away, and if you click on the little post-it, up pops the note right with the highlight. Now just like I mentioned very briefly in Help with iBooks, if you select a certain amount of words, you can get Siri to read it to you. Siri reading you text can be really, really great, but it can also be very unhelpful. For example, a wrong way to use Siri reading the text would be if you were actually reading a story from Pages or from iBooks and you wanted to just listen to it like an audiobook. That's not going to work. If you do that, she's going to read it to you like a robot. She's not going to have the right pace and it's going to be incredibly dull. It's not going to connect up in here. Don't do it that way. A great way that Siri can be helpful like this is proofreading. This is something that I stumbled upon myself and I thought, hey, this is a great idea. If you've written out an entire essay or a really long email, you've done heaps of work and you need to go over it, it's really easy to look over those mistakes 3, 4 times, 5 times. But if you actually hear it being read to you, you'll hear if Siri says, there once was a moon. And you go, wait, what? Where if you read it yourself, you'd probably skim right over it. For proofreading, Siri can help you. It's really good. If you go to the plus next to the paintbrush, you're going to get a bunch of tabs coming up. The first is for media. This is where you bring in pictures. Next one is grids. Next one is graphs. Then you've got text. And then you've got shapes. Now all of these tabs here have lots of different areas, so you can swipe through them and find the exact one you want. And you can really do almost anything with the selection you're given. Next you have tools. So probably the most common one you would use here is find. It's just a regular search. So you put in dishes, there it is, found it for me. Next is the sharing button. Most people will probably use the bottom 2 links the most. Send a copy and open in another app. Another thing that people sometimes say, and generally these are people who don't own Macs or iPads, they say, oh, Apple's not compatible with Word, it's not compatible with this, not compatible with that. That's not true. Now, if you're sending something from an iPad to a PC, you send it as either a PDF or a Word document, and they'll be able to open it up. It'll be absolutely fine. The next is open in another app. So this is how you would export something. Let's say you've designed a poster. You can turn it into a PDF. So hit PDF. It'll give you the option of choose app. We're going to tap on iBooks because that's a great place to keep all your PDFs. It's going to straight away put it into my PDFs. There we have it. Ta-da! If you want to know more about PDFs, take a look at my previous video, Help with iBooks. I'm finding this word count to be kind of in the way, so I'm going to drag that down the bottom by holding it and just dragging it away. I probably could have done that earlier in the video, but what's done is done. Up the top right hand corner is a question mark. If you hit that, it's going to pop up a few tabs to help you find where you need to go. Now, hit Documents to take us back. The last thing I'm going to be teaching about in this video is folders. This is a great way to stay organized. First things first, let's have 2 documents happening at the same time. So create a new document. Don't have to type anything into it, just open it up. Go back to Documents. Give it a title. Let's give it a boring one. Drag it up to Pages and drop it in. There we are, a new folder is made. And that's really all you need to know. Those are the basics of Pages. Using everything we've talked about today, you'll be able to accomplish pretty much everything you need to do on Pages. For the other stuff that's a little more advanced, just have a fiddle around. Have a look. Don't forget that Pages is also available on the iPhone and iPod Touch. And if you set up your iCloud with all your Pages documents, you'll be able to modify your work no matter which device you're on. It'll always stay up to date. So if you're on the go, you can whip out your phone and continue on with your project. Sometimes a great idea comes to your mind and you don't have your iPad on you, but you have your phone. That's pretty handy. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you found it helpful. If you want to see more videos like this, then hit subscribe up above. If you did find this video helpful, then please give me a thumbs up below. And if you have any questions at all, then let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to get back with the best answer I can. Okay? See ya!